But yeah, this is so amazing. Like we were riding with locals yesterday, and it was their job to meet up with us and take us into the city and lead us. And they were getting lost like nonstop. It was kind of silly. So yeah, it was embarrassing for them too because they're trying to lead us, and meanwhile they're like trying to make they make a right hand turn to lead us, and I keep going straight, and then they have to, and I'm like the GPS, and you're thinking to yourself, oh well, maybe they knew a shortcut. No, they didn't. If we It was an entirely different road, different direction. Like it was like 2 blocks up straight ahead the hotel, and they were hanging a right hand turn to go. There's no way. So yeah, I felt sorry for them because they when they realized that more than once they were trying to go the wrong way. If it was a taxi cab driver, it would make sense, but not for not for an escort, like an honor escort. Talk about good weather. That's my biggest concern each year is that the weather will be good. Oh, speaking of which, this is very interesting, and you'll want to continue the series just for this. There is 2 things happened in the last few days. One of which is a typhoon warning. We're supposed to have a typhoon hitting us in 3 days from now, and we'll be on. And we'll in 3 days from now, we're supposed to be heading up the East Coast, and the East Coast is the place that gets hit hardest by everything. It's very sparsely populated, mainly due to the fact that it gets hit the most with severe earthquakes that like wipe out towns, and it gets hit the most with typhoons that kill people, and tsunamis, which are giant waves that come in, also hit the East Coast, and that's what we'll be riding up. And there's supposed to be and not only is there supposed to be a typhoon hitting, but on pretty much the exact same day, May the 11th, there's a prophet who just recently got arrested in Taiwan, a self-proclaimed prophet, some guy in Taiwan who says he's a prophet and can see the future. And he's been proclaiming that on May the 11th, the same date that we're going to be riding up the East Coast, that a huge earthquake and a tsunami is going to hit Taiwan. So in other words, some prophet got arrested a couple of days ago, and he predicted that the East Coast would get wiped out on May 11th. And May 11th just happens to be the exact same day that we're going to be riding up the East Coast. Now, that isn't interesting. Mind you, chances are if we are killed on May 11th, then this video probably won't get uploaded because it'll be buried somewhere. Or floating in the ocean. I gotta Twitter that. It's too interesting. I gotta put that up on Facebook or somewhere. And I still gotta figure out how to use my cell phone to upload videos. Seems like a pretty laid-back town. Like most of the cars are kind of driving casual. It's older guys running red lights, no helmets. Well, I just major stress before this tour started. Mostly just worried about. Mostly worried about my scooter and worried about weather. And then I didn't pack until like the last minute, and just stress and chaos. And now that, but then yesterday, once we got on the road, you know, everything just, all the stress just goes away, and you're just like, okay, we're moving, and everything's going all right. And now that we got good weather, everything's even, you know, much better. Recently, the news announced that they're doubling the fines for people who stop past the line, and well, he's just fully running the red light. He's not stopping past the line. They're doubling the fines for it, and they're cracking down on it. I think they double the fines for everything across the board. All traffic violations across the board are just being doubled. And the interesting thing about that is like about a year, just a couple of, maybe 3 years ago, they already increased them by at least doubling them. And then just a few days ago. And when they increased them 3 years ago, they increased them to the level of American standards. So like, you know, 5-10 years ago, traffic fines were nothing. It was no big deal at all. Speeding tickets were at literally like $50. Didn't matter if you're doing 100 kilometers an hour over the speed limit. You're flying along. It was $50 fine. It didn't matter what speed. And then a few years back, they changed it to they just copied the Americans in the sense that it depends how fast you're doing. If you're doing this speed, then you got to pay this much. And if you're doing that speed, you got to pay that much. And like when it went from $50 to like $1,500 for like the maximum, or $2,000 for like the maximum fee. Careful, guys. So yeah, and then recently they said all fines across the board are doubled. So if that's true, then the $2,000 fine might have jumped up to $4,000 American for speeding excessively. And I'm hoping that was exaggerated. It's a Christian-style graveyard. It seems to be a rarity here. But it's not Christian because it's got Confucius. So, it's different. That, in the distance there, you see kind of a temple sticking straight up. That's a tomb. Inside of it, each floor would have shelves, and on the shelves there would be urns with the ashes of people. Got some fighter jets in the area too. That's cool. Taiwanese has their own, or Taiwan has their own, like. Let's get gas. Let's get gas. I'm down to 1 bar. Right up.
Recalculating.
Oh no. Don't.
Drive 750 meters, then keep right.
Yeah, Joe, 然后我们全部一起算。可是你应该用2个、3个 pump， 然后就是。
都是92吗？
对。92。前面。It's okay. Yeah, 不要加太。Yeah. 92，全部一起。你不用听。Fucking every fucking time they pour gas. Every fucking time. Every time. Hey guys, we are in the southern tip of Taiwan, which is called Pingdong County, and we should be entering into Kending Town, or I think it's called, what is it? Kending National Park. We should be entering into Kending National Park in about 30 minutes from now. We got the mountains on our left and the ocean on our right. And I want to get a shot of everyone riding with the ocean on their side. And most likely what's going to happen is, now that I put the camera on my face and I want to get a shot with them on the ocean, we're going to have a wall or something that's going to come up right away. Please, you guys go. Go, man. We just made a wrong turn. You gotta go back there. It's okay. It's okay. You gotta go back there. Oh, no. Go this way. Go this way. Well, that's fine. We made a wrong turn, but that's perfectly cool because we get to see a road that I've never ever seen before, right? And that's what exploring's all about. The sky is nice and blue, man. Long light. Hey guys, M13 here, and let's make a life update. Let's just throw it into this trip around the island series. I don't know. Yeah, if you saw my last private series, you saw how much I've been fighting with my wife and how much stress and grief it's been giving me and difficult it's been making my life. But it's been getting better and better. You know, it's funny. It seems to be also like linked to my income. My income's starting to improve slowly but surely, and you know, as that improves, it seems to just give my wife less stress and less things to complain about. So, and she kind of, but you can see like she's making an effort. It's like a real effort to not be cruel, and it shouldn't take an effort to not be cruel. You know, we're not talking about she's making an effort to be nice. We're talking about she's making an effort to not be evil, you know? Like, she's not being nice either. She's just kind of being, you know, neutral. And to be neutral is taking a lot of effort. So, nonetheless, we're not arguing and she's not yelling at me half as much, so... yeah, it's making my life a lot easier. And then I'm doing YouTube kind of full-time now. And I plan on getting a teaching job right after this trip. And I'm not 100% certain on that, if I want to do that. Because to be honest, I hate teaching after having done it for so long. But the job is ideal. It's only like 8 hours a week, and low stress. There's many different types of teaching jobs. Some teaching jobs, they want you to like correct homework and do this, and you're in charge of this and that, and you have to write up a curriculum and schedule. And some places you just go in and they give you a storybook to read, and you read the storybook for 30 minutes to one class, 30 minutes to another class, 30 minutes to another class, 30 minutes to another class, and you leave, and that's like 2 hours, you know. And there's like 10-minute breaks in between each class, so you get paid for that. So, but that's a little sun shower. That's what it's called, right? Sun shower? Pretty sure. My English rocks. So, okay, you guys pass me again. Go. So this is my group. Yeah, this is a good size. It's a good group of scooters. You know, it's cool when we're riding through each town. We get noticed. Like people, when they see, they can just tell that we're one unified group. Especially because we're all wearing proper motorcycle gear. Generally, the locals and even myself, when riding a scooter, you wear a helmet and that's it. Helmet and T-shirt. Especially when it's really hot out. But they're very solidly. All you know, our whole group is dressed to the nines. Yeah. Oh yeah, so life update. Yeah, so yeah, when I get back, I've been going back and forth on whether I should teach or not, but I should, because for the last my YouTube's my daily, like my weekly YouTube income has reached an okay amount. And then for the last 3 days, and it's been very, very, very steady every single day. Every day I check it, and every day I'm getting a certain amount, and it's good. And then for the last 3 days, it's been dropping, and it hasn't, you know, for weeks now I've been getting a nice steady amount, and then all of a sudden for the last 3 days it's just like lower than normal, then lower than that, and then even lower than that, and I'm like, what? Yeah, this seems very new. That'd be a nice view in there. It must be a lounge. It's a hotel, and you go in the lounge and you have this elevated ocean view. It's nice. So there's not a lot of traffic on this road going the direction we're going because it's Sunday. No, it's not. It's Monday. Yeah, is it Monday? I need Rebecca. Where's Rebecca Black when you need her? I think it's Monday. Oh, let me check my watch. Yeah, it's Monday. It's Monday, so on the weekends, this whole road, like on a Friday night, Friday or Saturday, this whole road is packed with young people, racers, big-ass motorcycles, and they all shoot to this party town that we're going to called Kending, and then they go crazy on the weekend. But the problem is all the hotels double, triple the rates on the weekend, and on top of that, you can't find a room. So we're gonna go in on the Monday. Bad news is there's not gonna be half as much partying. Good news is we don't have to wait in line at restaurants. We can go in whichever place we want. We save money. We can choose whatever hotel room we want, and they're not going to be full up. So there's a lot of advantages to not going on the weekend. And it's a bit safer too, just for like if we're exploring the local roads, just riding around exploring. You know, there's no stress. When it's the weekend, it's just, you know, every road is kind of packed with traffic, and I personally don't like that. Well, if we want packed, we'll get enough of that later in Taipei and whatnot. Yeah. So, anyways, just recently my YouTube earnings started to drop inexplicably. They should continue to rise until summer. Just need to slow down a bit. Slow down. Oh, thanks. A speed trap. So yeah. I'm gonna start teaching again, unfortunately. But it's a safe thing to do. And other than that, well, my next tour is coming up in August, and I need to find a new place to get the motorcycles from. The motorcycles this time were partially sponsored by Yamaha. They gave me a really good deal on the scooters because they're getting sponsorship, and we're going to give them the videos and the photos, and they're going to put us in the newspaper and talk about how Yamaha sponsored a bunch of foreigners to do a lap around the island, and how foreigners love Taiwan, and it'll give Taiwan respect, and it'll give Yamaha respect. It'll give them both face. But they're not going to do that 2-3 times a year, so maybe once a year probably. So we need to, yeah. So for the next tour, I need to figure out where I'm going to scooters from. So it's difficult for me to make vlogs. I know these vlogs are interesting. I mean, making videos during our tour around Taiwan should be interesting because it's different roads, and it's different scenery and more beautiful. But the problem is I'm always somewhat physically, mentally exhausted while doing these tours. So it's difficult for me to be witty and come up with new topics and be creative, and I apologize for that. But nonetheless, you can just, just turn down the volume, turn my voice off, turn up some music, enjoy the view. Oh. Stairs that. There you go.
Oh, thank you. What's that?
I have no idea. Eat it.
No, what the fuck?
Don't be ungrateful!
I'm not.
Fucking eat it!
Oh, God.
All expenses paid tour, fuck. Take what I give. Don't fucking complain. Any good?
Nah.
Really?
It's got a weird texture in the middle. What the fuck is that?